Well, there's one thing going on here in our Holiday Tracker special discussion. We want to let you know about autism and the holiday season. And there's one thing, with autism that you need to watch out for. The holiday season, while you may think it's all good for a child on the autism spectrum, it's not always the best thing to do. Because, the things that, people like about the holiday season, the child on the autism spectrum may not like. Now, keep in mind that autism is a spectrum, so that you may enjoy about the holiday season, a child on the spectrum may have some tough anxieties with, and can cause a lot of trouble. First of all, it's not a concrete time of year. We have a lot of abstraction during the holiday season, and being on the autism spectrum, that can be troublesome. I mean, it seems everyone gets happy over things that are uncomfortable, and usually the holiday season is also an emotional time of year, and where a lot of the focus of the holiday is a lot of times, on emotions and things like that. So, again, keep in mind, a child with autism or Asperger's, has trouble dealing with a lot of emotions, feels emotions differently. So a lot, people on the autism spectrum do not like, a lot of praise and excitement and hoopla. Now, some people do. I mean, again, we can't say it because it's a wide spectrum, and every case of autism is different. So, but in general, what we usually say is, they don't like a lot of hoopla and big celebrations and excitement. If you think about it, it's all about being social, kind of, and helping people, not in a concrete, comforting social way. Laws of nature can get violated too. That's always a big one. These children rely on this, and for them, it's kind of rough, and they need to self-regulate and things like that. But joining me now to explain a little bit more about autism spectrum and the holiday season, joining me on the phone right now is Lois Rosenwald. She's the Executive Director of the Connecticut Autism Spectrum Resource Center, and she's going to tell us a little bit about the holiday season.
Hello, this is Lois Rosenwald, and I'm here to tell you about the holiday season with your child on the autism spectrum. It's wonderful to be able to come in and talk to you about the holiday season and the many different aspects that these children have a rough time dealing with. And I also want to say some strategies that you can use to help these children have a more successful holiday season. Now, for a child on the autism spectrum, the odds now are 1 in 100. So it used to be that these children have a rough time. They intend to be stimulated or have a lot of anxiety throughout the holiday season. And, especially with a lot of the more abstract concepts. But, these children prefer a concrete style of things. So when you're at your celebrations, trying to look for a way where anything can happen, not following a rule, say a miracle or any other this. Well, for you, this may feel wonderful, but for a child on the spectrum, this is an intense emotion and also an intense anxiety, because these children look to these things to follow a routine. They use that as a way to self-regulate and control and even out what they're feeling. Now, if you take that away, you can be at risk for more dangerous behavior from the child, And also, during this holiday celebrations, be sure to watch your child. If your child seems to be crying at a time when these people be happy, watch what you're doing. I mean, it's important to listen to what the child's saying and help them out. Acknowledging the child's differences is their self-esteem should not be impacted negatively, and the child should be encouraged. And now this is what I think is wrong with how the holidays are presented. It's presented that anyone who doesn't, like the holidays is a negative person. And here at the Autism Spectrum Resource Center, we fight for this in the legislature. And it seems that everyone's looking for a more abstract and uncomfortable way to give explanations, and that's what we're pushing for in our legislators. We're getting the word out that, yes, these people who don't like the holidays are not bad kids, and they can be really successful. Now, some of the strategies we have is here at the Autism Spectrum Resource Center, we do help them out. In addition, adapt it to their level. Holiday movie, and we let them know it's going to be sensory sensitive, and we collaborate with the movie theater to help make that a more successful experience for them. Our events coordinator, Pat Capola, during their winter break, when it may be very antisocial, you've had a lot of abstraction, we have a bowling. If your child, especially the younger children, we're going to have them bowl. They can communicate with other children of their age to help, and can discuss some of the things as they have an activity, and Pat Capola sets that up very nicely for us. We need medication. Don't worry about that, because Senate Bill 301 has been passed by Governor Rao, and your insurance company must provide medication for that.
It's very important. You don't want to push these kids. These children have a tough time coping along. And as you heard from Lois Rosenwald, these kids, look for, including myself, look for the comfort. It's not a mandatory thing to do. It's an option, and don't force them. And definitely see their side and let them tell you ways, because as they're trying to disprove your fantasy thing, they're actually looking for comfort, and that's actually giving these people some comfort, helping them self-regulate, and things like that. So that's what you need to do. And what's that noise? It's Dr. Loomis! Dr. Loomis!
This is James W. Loomis, PhD, and I'm here to tell you about the holidays and autism. And we need to do effective strategies in forcing these children to behave the way we desire during the holidays. While the holidays can be troublesome for many children on the spectrum, we must force them to this is inappropriate way to function, and they should not be doing the coping strategies that currently exist. We find that many of the children struggle with presence, abstraction, and a lot of other stuff. But, however, they must learn to deal, and we must force them to deal, and they must celebrate it like everybody else. We've had numerous occasions of where the holidays have caused our children to act inappropriately and do things that we do not desire. This is as radical as taking tantrums and disrupting behaviors, or it could be as simple as self-stimming behaviors, both of which are unacceptable. And as you've seen in my book, Staying in the Game, providing social opportunities for children and adolescents with autism spectrum disorders and other developmental disabilities, you never listen to the child's input. The child is always wrong, and the child would most likely continue off in their dysfunctional behavior, but we must learn to stop that in its tracks. Force them to do it, because this will be the first start into the trajectory to move them forward. Their self-esteem down as well. You must force them, push them. You need to make the child angry. That's the only way